What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react and learn about amazing Canadian inventions. There's a phenomenon in America where Americans tend to think everything was made by Americans, an assumption. Even when we're watching movies and stuff, when we find out that a certain celebrity or actor is not from the United States. We're like, huh? What? Not American? Someone did something who's not an American? What? Is that legal? Is that and it's a whole big thing. So today I'm dedicating this video to appreciating all of the amazing Canadian inventions and some of the Canadian inventors behind those inventions, which I think should be quite fascinating, honestly. So we have this Reddit discussion here where Canadians were asked, what are some of the best things that were invented in Canada? I'm absolutely on the edge of my seat to see that it includes insulin. Insulin. Talk about an important one. And the fact that Banting sold the patent for $1 because he said, insulin doesn't belong to me, it belongs to the world. Wow. Talk about selfless. He sold the patent for $1, so he could have been rich, obviously. Rich beyond his wildest dreams. But wanted the world to be able to produce this drug. What a Canadian thing to do. You know, honestly, it's kind of a joke, but also seriously, I imagine on average more American inventors would have been tempted to keep that patent and just ride that money wave till the end of time. If we look up insulin inventor, we get Sir Frederick G. Banting. Insulin was discovered by Sir Frederick G. Banting, Charles H. Best at the University, and J.J. Massey-Cleod at the University of Toronto in 1921. Just over 100 years ago. Fantastic. Obviously, like insulin, like what one of the most important, relevant, talked about drugs ever, maybe, for helping deal with diabetes and whatnot. So, what else do we got here? We have Interac. Seriously, the ease of debit transactions and e-transfers, just golden. Interac, I'm not familiar with, honestly. Interac? What, is this just a payment processor? Yeah, it's a Canadian interbank network that links financial institutions and other enterprises. Huh. Serves as the Canadian debit card system. Oh, is it just literally like most of the Canadian debit card system? Like, that's pretty important. I imagine, like, there's businesses like this that exist in countries around the world, but for Canada, it's Interac. Okay, that is important. That seems like very specifically Canadian, and that's like a Canadian company, but that's obviously very important. Absolutely, it's such a headache buying stuff in the USA with PayPal. Okay, now you can use Interac. Don't gotta PayPal. Very good. Today I learned the US doesn't have Interac. What a sad day. Yeah, I've never heard of that. I don't know. What else do we have? The Ski-Doo. The Ski-Doo. I can't even imagine what that is. I love sledding. All right, let's Google it. The Ski-Doo. Ski-Doo snowmobiles? Ski-Doo? What is a Ski-Doo? Here's the Wikipedia. I'm still not, is it a snowmobile? It's a brand of snowmobile. Manufactured, the Ski-Doo personal snowmobile brand is so iconic, especially in Canada, was listed in 16th place on the CBC's The Greatest Canadian Invention List 2007. There's a Greatest Canadian Invention List? Hold the phone. Hold on. Oh, what? Look at all this. Oh my gosh, there's so many inventions. Wow, Canada did like a top 50 greatest Canadian inventions list. Was this on TV? Yeah, this was on television. Oh my gosh. That that might have to be another video sometime. I just want to stick to the Reddit discussion here and what Canadians in here typed out was their opinion of amazing Canadian inventions, but that is awesome. I didn't know about that. Greatest Canadian inventions list. A TV show on the CBC, I believe. Okay. Anyway. Getting sidetracked here. The Ski-Doo brand of snowmobile. Um, so it's just an awesome snowmobile brand? Was originally named the Ski Dog? Why do Canadians love it so much? Is there something in particular? Maybe I can look up like a picture of it? I mean, it looks like a really powerful snowmobile. I mean, it looks awesome. Maybe it's just a really good brand? The Ski-Doo. Okay. 9 months of winter, 3 of bad sledding. What? Okay. It looks expensive though. Like, do a lot of Canadians actually have a Ski-Doo? That's like a whole machine here. But it looks awesome. It's like a motorcycle for snow. Oh my gosh. Light bulb. Man, I have heard this one before. I could not believe this. Invented and first patented in Canada, that patent was sold to Thomas Edison. Sorry, you spelled stolen wrong. Maybe stolen by Thomas Edison, according to this poster. But light bulb is so famously taught in America growing up. Like, that's an American invention. That's what we're told. We're proud of the light bulb, electricity. No. It's a lie. It's a lie. I have heard this one. Now I'm remembering this all over again, and it's like, what? Well, good for Canada. That's obviously... to say that's an important, awesome invention is kind of selling it short. That's an understatement. It's one of the most world-changing inventions of all time. So, there you go. The Canadarm. The Canadarm. I gotta Google this. The Canadarm. Canadian Space Agency? Oh, it's a robotic arm that has rotating joints? It's a giant space robot arm? What? Could lift 30,000 kilograms? Using less electricity than a tea kettle? Oh my gosh. It's now retired. It was on the space shuttle. Oh my gosh. That's pretty awesome. Sounds like it was like from a while back as well. One of the earliest, best space robot arms, basically. Oh my gosh. Canadarm 2 and 3? Was there a 2 and 3? Oh my gosh. 2-part luggage tags. What does that mean exactly? 2-part luggage tag. Like, 2-part luggage tag? I'm not sure what that means. Is there like a way to get a picture of this? 2-part luggage tag with string? What part of it is 2 parts? It's like a piece of paper. I don't know. Instant mashed potatoes? Now we're talking. Instant mashed potatoes? I'm a fan of instant mashed potatoes. If I had to guess, I don't know why. I would assume like instant mashed potatoes were made in America, invented in America, because Americans are obsessed with instant mashed potatoes. But there you go. Perfect example. Canadian invention. Baby cereal? Really? Baby cereal? Like, can I type inventor? Baby cereal inventor? Pablum, multigrain cereal, processed cereal, nutritious, digestible food for infants, first developed at the Hospital for Sick Children in Toronto in 1930. That's amazing. By doctors Theodore Drake and Frederick Tisdale. That's incredible. That's a really specific one, but that's a great example of one that is probably underrepresented of how important it is. Like, easy, digestible, mass-produced baby food, cereal, that's actually good for the child. Created in the 1930s by pediatric doctors. A Canadian invention. That's pretty awesome. The snowmobile. Does that have to do with the Ski-Doo? Is a snowmobile a Ski-Doo? That's kind of what I'm getting here. That's the association I've made in my mind, basically. The hydraulic arm on the space station. IMAX movies? Are you kidding me? Canada invented IMAX movies? What? Hold the phone. Hold the phone. IMAX movies. Graham Ferguson, Roman Kreutzer, Robert Kerr, William C. Shaw founded the IMAX. Are they Canadians? Yes, in the 1960s and 1970s in Canada, it's true. Canada invented IMAX theaters and movies. What the heck? These are so random. In the best way. Like, that's what I love about it, is they're so random. Like, I would never have guessed. Nanaimo bars, classic Canadian snack. The London Fog beverage. What on earth is the London Fog beverage? It's a latte? What is the London Fog? Is made of Earl Grey tea, hints of vanilla, and steamed milk. I think most people would assume this was invented in England. Is it just like referencing London? London Fog inventor. I want to get to the bottom of it. Who invented the London Fog? Mary Lauria. It was invented in Vancouver, Canada in the 1990s. What? This is like a beverage. This is like a coffee. What? Is this popular? I'm not much of like a coffee head or anything. Like, I don't know a lot of coffee drinks or anything. I like the name, the London Fog. Is it because it looks like this? That's funny. What does it taste like? Earl Grey tea, steamed milk, and vanilla syrup. Pretty cool. The London Fog. Every time I see one of these, I'm like, the London Fog, that's Canadian invention? Yes. Yes, it is. Sure enough. The first internet search engine. These are like, it's funny. I was going to say, these are some of like the most important inventions for mankind. But we literally just went from like a coffee to its internet search engine. Big variety. I mean, hey, London Fog might be one of the most important inventions to mankind for some people. If you gotta, have a good wake up in the morning, get your London Fog. Might be more important than the internet to some. Who knows? Newsprint? Like the ability to like print newspaper? Newsprint inventor. What does that mean? It was invented by Charles Fennerty of Nova Scotia, Canada. It's a low-cost, non-archival paper. Oh, it's literally the paper, used to print on. Literally that cheap newspaper. The literal paper, invented in Canada by a Canadian. That's random. And very important, newspapers kind of becoming less and less common as more people go online for their news, but for the longest time and still today, that's in its own way, like incredibly important newspaper for getting information out there physically. Standard time zones, the snowblower, now that just makes sense. That just honestly makes sense that it'd be a Canadian invention. I'm sorry, but I don't think anyone's going to be surprised by that one. The beer trap for landing helicopters on ships. Wow. Specific. Very specific. Anti-gravity suits? What? Easy off. What is an easy off? What is an oven cleaners are perfect for everyday spot cleaning? Easy off inventor. I'm still not sure what an easy off is. By Herbert McCool. What is easy off though? I'm gonna assume it's a Canadian invention. Easy off? It's a cleaner. An oven cleaner? Okay. I think I just revealed how often I clean my oven, because I don't know what easy off is. The Wonder Bra? Okay. Egg cartons? Egg cartons. Egg cartons. Talk about a classic design. Never needed changing. An egg carton is an egg carton is an egg carton. Someone had to invent it, and it was a Canadian. Go figure. Wow, these are amazing. There is a giant Canadian inventions mural outside my kids' STEM club. Right. And there's apparently a television special about Canadian inventions too that I'm going to have to look into. Robertson screws. All other screw heads are drastically inferior. Robertson screws? I know different types of screw heads, but what is a Robertson screw? Oh, it's like square. Oh, look at that. Why is this superior? Robertson screw, known as a square screw or Skrillex, type of screw with a square-shaped socket. Um, it obviously looks like it would work. I don't know enough. All other screw heads are drastically inferior. Now that I see this, that's kind of funny. This is 100% the correct answer. Is a Robertson screw used a lot in Canada? In America, it's mostly like flathead screws, Phillips head screws, the cross or the line. I have actually never seen a square screw in my life, like in real life, like physically. But it seems like it'd be good. Like if you jammed a screwdriver in there that was square, like it'd probably get a fantastic grip onto it, huh? Okay, interesting, interesting. I'm surprised there's a whole screw shape that I've never heard of. That is actually kind of surprising me the more I think about it. Huh. The Caesar? It's truly shocking how bad Bloody Marys taste. The clam does heavy lifting. The Caesar, is that a drink? Is this a drink? The Caesar? Um, the Caesar drink? It's a cocktail. Inventor? Where was it invented? Calgary, Alberta, Canada. The Caesar was invented in 1969 by restaurant manager Walter Schell of the Calgary Inn. He devised the cocktail after being tasked to create a signature drink for the Calgary Inn's new Italian restaurant. I've heard of a Bloody Mary, but I don't drink too many crazy. I'm not out here drinking, getting too wild with the cocktails. So, what is in a Caesar? Vodka, clam, tomato juice, Worcestershire sauce. Similar to a Bloody Mary, but with uniquely spicy flavor. Vodka, clam, tomato juice, and Worcestershire sauce. That you gotta be one tough Canadian to one tough anyone to wanna down one of these babies. But okay. Yes, I was appalled the first time I had a Bloody Mary after years of enjoying Caesars. Is this particularly popular in Canada because it was invented there? I wonder. In my day to day, going on with my day to day livelihood, I don't think I've ever encountered someone at a bar or party or anything getting a Caesar, but that could just be me. I don't know. Interesting though. I'm surprised no one said basketball. That's crazy. That's just crazy. That's like right up there with the light bulb. Like basketball, like basketball inventor. If this is true, and I know it is, who invented basketball? I mean, James Naismith? Naismith? Was a Canadian American physical educator, physician. Canadian American, that's interesting. I'm surprised no one said basketball. I wonder, it was invented in the US by a Canadian? Is that true? Oh, some people are saying this is true. It was still invented by a Canadian, though, which is mind boggling, because basketball is, I mean, right under American football is basketball, toe to toe. One of the most die-hard sports in America, forever, all the time, basketball. And that the fact that a Canadian invented it is like kind of funny, poetic justice in a way. Pablum. What is pablum? Pablum? Bland. What is pablum? It's pablum as any kind of infant. It's the cereal. I was like, have I heard this? It's the infant cereal. Anti-G suit. Avro Aero. Synthetic insulin. Avro Aero? What? It's a aircraft built by Avro Canada. Dang. Looks intense too. Very cool. Very cool. Winrow? A drug for moms having babies that might have a severe reaction? That's cool. That's very specific, but yeah, it's some kind of medicine. treating people with a bleeding disorder. I mean, even though it's very niche and specific, for the people who need it, this is obviously like a godsend. So, very good for Canada for inventing this. Pablum invented in Canada, saving babies in and out of the womb. Seriously. Seriously. Keanu Reeves! Very good invention by Canada. Keanu Reeves. Hawaiian pizza? Is this true? I believe they were asking for the best things invented by Canada. Shots fired on the Hawaiian pizza. Hawaiian pizza, is that a Canadian invention? Inventor. Was it a Canadian? Was born in Greece and moved to Canada. Tried pineapple on pizza in 1962. I think that's a big, you either love it or you hate it kind of thing. So that man, that Canadian is either hated or praised, depending on your stance on Hawaiian pizza. Ginger beef? No idea what ginger beef is. Ginger beef? Invented? Ginger beef? By George Wong in Calgary in the 1970s. This is just the most random. It's a beef, and ginger flavored, I imagine. This is not really a thing that's popular in America, from what I know. So, not to say it isn't cool. Inventing stuff is cool, and these Canadian inventions have been honestly so delightful and entertaining to learn about. I think one of the things I like about this so much is it's so random. Like some of these things are so darn important to mankind, like ginger beef, for instance. But seriously, some of the medicines and like internet-related stuff and space-related inventions and light bulbs. This stuff is so important. And then there's things in there that are just like funny, like random things invented by Canadians that are just like really cool, like Easy Off, which I've never used, or the Caesar, the drink, just all this cool, amazing stuff, and some stuff that's just like very, very important, invented by Canadians. And I think it's really important to acknowledge that and learn about that and point it out, that some amazing stuff is invented in Canada. So for those reasons, I really quite enjoyed this. I know I saw that there was that Wikipedia entry about the top 50 Canadian inventions. I will have to check that out in a different video at some point, because that's bound to have lots of other cool stuff on it too. But for now, I'm satisfied. This was very good. Anyway, if you enjoyed this as well, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Canada, Canadian culture, and cool stuff in Canada I've never seen before or learned about, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.